Hello friends, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Professor Shweta Singh from Department of Hotel Management, Bhagat Phool Singh Women University, Kanpur Kala, Sonipat, Haryana. Today I am going to deliver the lecture on the module Changing Trends in Housekeeping. That is an important topic for hotel housekeeping. At the end of the module, you will develop an understanding about the trends in housekeeping, requirement of outsourcing, training and motivation. You will come to know about the eco-friendly practices adopted by hospitality industry, as well as you will know the importance of IT in the housekeeping department. There have been changes in the hotel housekeeping. Prior, hotel focuses on cleaning practices, but now hygiene is an important issue to all kinds of accommodation units. Outsourcing of services is the now frequent in the hospitality business. It is now believed that with the right recruitment and training of the staff, one can be assured in determining success. Environment-related issues are becoming of great concern to all. Eco-friendly practices are being adopted and the use of eco-friendly housekeeping amenities, products and processes in enhancing housekeepers now are becoming more technology savvy and are making use of it to improve their efficiency. Hygiene, which is not simply the cleanliness but is the cleaning of guest room, bathroom, public areas is not enough today, but hotels are now identified by its score for the hygiene standards it follows throughout all its properties. There are different matters the housekeepers have to take notice, such as the air quality and sensitization, the use of the optimal and ideal detergents, sanitizers and other cleaning agents that give protection against any possible microbial attack is imperative. As the guest departs, a new guest checks in. Due to the increasing number of travels, the hotel staff do not get the required time for proper cleaning and recovery of the guest. The conventional cleaning procedure is now giving ways to innovative trends. Now in hotel, instead of bed covers, duvets are used. The duvet covers are compulsorily changed after the departure and thus the next guest gets into a fresh and hygienic bed. Wooden flooring has now become a better substitute of carpets. This too is a step towards negating the chance of bacteria breeding in house. The headboards of beds, which initially used to be padded with foam and unholstered, were friendly to microbes, hair and skin debris and grease. Due to easy maintenance and disinfecting features, leather coverings or solid wood have replaced it. Accommodation providers are required to conduct regular audit on hygiene and keep staff well trained on what to look on their daily rounds. Now we will discuss about outsourcing. Over the past few years, housekeeping have observed a huge growth in the trend of outsourced services. Housekeeping is a labor-intensive industry and has to continuously maintain the guest rooms, public areas. There is requirement of skilled specialization. Housekeeping experts opine that outsourcing proves to be the best solution for many specialized tasks as it is highly cost effective, making better business sense and at the same time meets the demand of quality standards. The jobs for which employees are outsourced are gym, maintenance, carpet care, garden maintenance, swimming pool, laundry services, terrace maintenance, horticulture, public area cleaning, exterior window cleaning, marble polishing and pest control, etc. In such areas, there is no direct contact of the housekeeping staff with an individual guest. Few hotel chains are moving towards taking their laundry facilities off-site. Outsourcing is required at such areas of hotel where there is requirement of specialized skilled and expensive machinery for the task to be performed. Hotels favor outsourcing mainly for reduction of cost and keep away from the problems related to unionization. We have certain more justifications of outsourcing, that why the business should consider it. For most operations, there is an ongoing challenge to find suitable staff, especially in city locations where staff lives a long way away and it is expensive for them to come into work. Another reason hotels may choose to outsource is that there may be a corporate directive when a whole chain of hotels chooses to outsource to one supplier. With outsourcing, there is a more finite cost structure. That's why financial controllers love it. No holiday pay, no sick leave, no workers compromise, no high training cost due to high staff turnover. This means you are only paying for the specific cleaning of rooms as they are occupied. Another reason to choose outsourcing is that the housekeeper doesn't have to handle the continual occupancy fluctuations. The way people travel, booking hotels at the very last minute means that occupancies can change quickly, making roistering a nightmare. This burden then becomes the outsourcer's problem to fix. Now we will discuss about training and motivation. It is now believed that with the right recruitment and training of the staff, one can be assured in determining success. A need for improved productivity is universally accepted, and that can be achieved by effective training. Training and motivating employees is rudimentary in present scenario. Hence, housekeeping staffs are upskilled with theoretical as well as practical knowledge. Personalized service touches, self-grooming, language learning and commuting with the guests are main aspects of the training program. In particular, regarding training, the employees need to be skilled in their respective areas of responsibility with sufficient knowledge about their task and environment. They are required to work effectively and efficiently with optimum utilization of available resources such as money, time and material. Training is provided to the staff for learning the use of equipments. To provide the theoretical knowledge to the hotel employees, the help from the hotel management institutions, faculty members are also taken. Training for housekeeping staff has to be divided into 4 parts. The first is attitudinal, technical, soft skill and SOPs. The first 2 aspects are usually grossly neglected in the training modules and the later have to be learnt on the job. In the current scenario, training is extended to cover safety, security and even disaster management. There are various safety as well as security measures in place. For public areas, it could be CCTV cameras, controlled access to guest floors with key cards and coded access, baggage scanning at the entrance, metal detectors, body frisking at the entrance, sniffers dogs for explosives, especially restricted to the bigger hotels, and following the standards operating policy for carrying arms and ammunitions and contraband items, etc. Guest lifts coming down and opening on the ground level in case of power failure. And for the guest rooms, it could be key card for swiping, no room number mentioned on the card, so no security threats in case of key is lost. Then it could be peepholes or door viewers on doors, safety chains, fire exit door plans in case of exit required in emergency. Now we will discuss about motivating. Motivation is tied directly to the quality of supervision. Employees want to feel that they are appreciated and valued. Workers also want to feel that as if they are an important part of the organization. The more they are recognized for their accomplishments, the more loyal they'll feel. For some employees, the easiest way to motivate them and keep them happy is through their paycheck. However, compensation and benefits are sensitive points in every industry, and especially so in the cleaning field. Cleaners usually feel they are not paid enough. So, supervisors need to fully explain pay scales and show that the film is as objective as possible. Make sure that raises are tied to measurable standards. Better workers will notice what they can achieve and will improve their performance accordingly. People get bored. It's important to vary the work they do and the environment in which they work. Workers are very perceptive and notice trends on the job site. Employees sometimes feel they are being taken advantage of, especially if they are constantly involved in the messiest or dirtiest jobs. The employees can elevate this by offering some variety of their work assignments. Often, it's the little thing that speak the loudest. Simply recognizing an employee's good work can have an even greater effect in motivating staff than by offering compensation. Eco-friendly amenities, products and processes. In this, we can say that people are now more concerned towards the environmental issues and adopting the eco-friendly practices. Awareness is increasing of the need to use eco-friendly amenities, products and practices in the housekeeping industry. Some of the eco-friendly measures that are adopted by the hotels are using eco-friendly certified products in all areas of the hotel, using CFLs and energy saving equipments, motion sensors in public restrooms, segregation of waste at source, maintain separation of wet and dry wastes, installing water and electricity meters at source to monitor and control the consumption, reuse wastewater from the rooms and kitchens after treatment for watering gardens and chiller plants, creating consciousness and awareness among staff for environment, guest participation in the hotel's environment programs. Now we will discuss about toiletries. Hotels are now opting for toiletry ranges involved after research and experimentation on the potent healing, curative and therapeutic properties of herbs, their extracts and essential oils on the skin and hair, especially as laid down in Ayurveda. These products are also not tested upon animals and tend to be biodegradable. Some of the herbs and natural substances frequently used in toiletries, such as shampoos, conditioners, creams, lotions and so on are aloe vera, citrus fruit, Indian gooseberry, neem, sunflower, basil, cucumber, pumpkin, turmeric, sandalwood, mace, clove, honey, nutmeg, rose, clay, etc. Now we will discuss about energy conserving products. Consuming energy has become the major concern of the housekeepers. One such product is the jet hand dryer that produced biodirectional jets of cold air jets in an alternate to the conventional hot air drying process. The dryer is activated by placing the hands in the dryer bin, whereby the jet starts up automatically. The product's primary advantage is the enormous power saving due to its low energy consumption compared to the conventional hot air model. This machine runs a 700 watt, whereas the conventional hot air dryer runs at 2000 watt. Housekeepers and interior designers today also have at their disposal energy efficient lamps that consume a mere 9 watt of power and give the same light output as a 60 watt bulb. This can reduce power tariffs by as much as 80% without taking away the aesthetic appeal of the property. Some trends in lighting that have been gained momentum in Indian hotels are the use of luminaries with sensor technology, compact luminaries and compact halogen lamps. Now, another aspect is of ozone treatment. Ozone treatment is emerging as a clean and environment friendly technique that has a wide variety of applications in the housekeeping department. Ozone is a form of oxygen molecule composed of 3 atoms of oxygen instead of the usual 2. It decomposes quickly and turns into regular oxygen easily. However, when the extra oxygen atom splits away from the ozone molecule, this extra oxygen atom then tends to oxidize substances it comes into contact with. Thus, ozone can act as a disinfectant. As a disinfectant, ozone is safer and more effective than chlorine since it purifies water and air, leaving behind no harmful byproducts. Air treatment with ozone says ozonizers can be used to treat the air in hotel rooms and public areas. If we talk about room ozonizers, this is a compact device that can be used to disinfect and deodorize air conditioned rooms, thus improving indoor air quality. Room ozonizers effectively remove the smell of smoke and other foul odors that have built up course of everyday use. Ozonizers for lobbies and corridors. In this, small capacity ozonizers such as the igram models can be enough to minimize the odor in lobbies and corridors. If we talk about ozonizing air scrubbers in bars and pubs, the specially designed scrubbers can draw the foul air out, treat it with ozone to disinfect and clean the air, and then return it through the air handling unit. Another ozone treatment is water treatment with ozone. To treat drinking water, recirculate water, swimming pools and laundry operations, ozone can be used. New scientific techniques, work studies and ergonomics are the new scientific techniques used in housekeeping nowadays. If we talk about work studies, there are the analysis of the tasks, equipment and time taken to do specific jobs. They are used to determine the hotel standards, operating procedures. Many housekeepers have realized this value of work studies and are developing SOPs based on the work studies done at their properties. If we discuss the ergonomics, it can simply be explained as a science of making things more comfortable both at the customer and the housekeeper. Housekeeping is a physically demanding profession which has notable impact on the work fatigue, work environment and efficiency of the employees. Ergonomics benefits the work system of the employees. Ergonomics is concerned with the understanding of the interaction between humans and elements of a system they work in and within terms of the impact on efficiency and comfort. Work studies of the ergonomics, efficiency of each task and the equipment, processes and products used in it are necessary for the well-being of the housekeeping staff. Now, another aspect is IT savvy housekeeping. Many hotels have spent heavily in information technology, infrastructure and networking to generate new technologies in housekeeping department. New technologies and many types of software having comprehensive housekeeping applications are being used today in the hotels. The latest in IT amenities, Wi-Fi, that is wireless fidelity, radio frequency identification and the possibility of tracking inventory and guest data through the coverage of cellular and wireless technologies. VoIP, that is voice over internet protocol, handheld communication devices, GPS, that is global positioning systems, etc., are the newer technology that are growing in the hospitality industry. Wi-Fi is provided in the guest rooms along with the public areas, conference rooms, lawns, lobbies, etc. It allows users to roam unrestricted throughout the hotel facility with real-time access to critical information and as and when required. It is provided as a value-added amenity to the guest offered the service at a cost to their guests. Guests now prefers wireless connectivity at their hotels, especially the business travelers. So, the hotels also understand well the demand of the guest and provide them such services which enhance their satisfaction level. WLANs permit them to share high-speed internet connections, browse the web and access their corporate networks remotely yet securely. They play games online and also organize video conferences. IT in the housekeeping department, wireless local area network WLAN technology is enabling a wide range of hospitality applications in the housekeeping department. Housekeeping staff can now conduct room checks after a guest vacates the room through the handheld Wi-Fi enabled device to report the status of the room. They also communicate with security professional instantly over email in case of an emergency. Staff can also ensure from a remote spot that fire extinguishers are charged, emergency lights are functioning and so on. Check and communicate inventory inventions for guest room supplies, inventory control and linen management and the stocking of mini bars in order to ensure that provisions are replenished in an efficient manner. Computers are now being used in many housekeeping departments for room management. Occupancy report, discrepancy report, list or under repair rooms can be sent to front office through WLAN system, by which manual work can be avoided. A guest request notification can also be sent to the room attendants automatically to the handheld wireless PDA, that is personal digital assistant, or cell phone by way of text message or email. Now, if we talk about various housekeeping softwares, in this, to make hotel system more active and staff more productive, on those terms, hotels require a quicker and responsive medium to get the housekeeping more active. Housekeeping software for hotel is one of the most recognized tools in providing a good communication between the front desk and housekeeping. It also helps the hotels to provide a continuous feed to the housekeeping in regards to the reservation and bookings of the customers, which let the housekeeping know beforehand about the arrival and departure of the guests. Housekeeping software for hotels offer regular updates of the online reservation to the housekeeping. The details of the reservation and booking help them to schedule and preparation of the rooms for the arrival of the guest. As the software is linked with the online reservation and booking, it makes it easier for the housekeeping management to track all the details of the guest, and henceforth they prepare the rooms accordingly to satisfy the customers. It reduces human involvement, which means the housekeeping management can choose the staff wisely. They can also schedule the work for the staff accordingly. This reduces stress from the housekeeping staffers, which is a healthy thing in the hotel management system. Now, if we talk about forecasting GRA requirement, in this, computers may be used to forecast the total number of GRA needed each day in the future based on the current in-house occupancy and staffing and the expected arrivals, departures over the forthcoming period. These can forecast staffing requisites up to 365 days in advances given the right inputs. Housekeeping history and GRA performance. This is also very important. It is possible to measure the performance of each GRA by tracking the estimated clean time and the actual clean time as well as the variances. Since supervisor use the intercom in the room to mark the room as ready for guests, the computer can also store the time at which the supervisor finished the inspection. If we discuss about daily housekeeping operations, in this we can firstly discuss the stock control, linen inventories, cleaning agents, cleaning equipments, uniforms, guest supplies. By keeping efficient stock control, purchases and budgeting will be made easier and information on the stock levels, etc., will be readily available. As far as housekeeping records are concerned, all the housekeeping records may be kept in the computer. For example, room type with standard content design and color scheme, housekeeping items purchase details and other things. Work methods. This is second aspect to discuss with. These should be identified for use in the training periods or where special cleaning operations are carried out. Then another thing is file. Computer files take the place of traditional files, reducing the need for filing cabinets. Next aspect is word processing. The computer used as a word processor takes the place of a traditional typewriter, so all correspondences could be prepared in this way. Standard letter could also be kept in the memory. Very important next aspect is planning system. A well-organized housekeeping department has several planning systems in operations. The computer is ideal for keeping such records and preparing forecasts. For example, on the window cleaning, redecoration, etc. If we discuss about energy saving, computer can be used to control heat, light, power and telephone usage. Various other IT applications in the housekeeping are: some companies also offer a tray detection technology. When a guest puts a tray outside of the door, housekeeping is alerted from a triangle sensor on the tray that triggers another sensor in the doorway. This immediately alerts the staff to the waiting tray by way of a blinking light. The housekeeping staff can also be alerted when room is available for cleaning by the guests. In this application, guests click a button which sets off another sensor to indicate they are gone and the room can be cleaned. As a whole, we can summarize that hence new trends and new innovations are there in the housekeeping, the major ones outsourcing and eco-friendly housekeeping. The operations of housekeeping are becoming scientific and mechanized. Training and motivating in housekeeping procedures and equipments is very essential. And in this chapter, emphasis is given on the changing trends in the housekeeping, requirement of outsourcing, training and motivation of the employees. The eco-friendly practices adopted by hospitality industries, they are also discussed in details. Further, the importance of IT in the housekeeping department is discussed, mentioning Wi-Fi, GPS and WLAN applications and software. Thank you so much.